Okay, so welcome back. Today I am going to tell y'all 5 things that I did not expect about living with someone. So, um, one of the number one things, now this goes with college roommates and with my boyfriend that is present now. Um, I meant to say present day, not present now, but anyways, is the quiet times. So I did not expect for two people to live in such a confined space and not really have anything to talk about or um, like I don't know. I didn't expect two people to live so close together and can be so quiet at times. Like I know when I lived in the college dorms. Um, my roommate, there was so many times where we're listening to music or we're so busy doing something else that we don't even communicate like for hours or even days at a time. And to me, that's so weird to look back and think about. But I know with Nathan, like if he comes home really stressed, he'll go, take a shower or whatever and come back. And even when he comes back after he's kind of calmed down from, work and he's now at the home atmosphere, he still is extremely quiet. And a lot of times he's on his phone or we're watching a show or something, or I'm in there cooking and, he's doing something else. It's just weird because I never thought that when people live together they could go so long without communication and that there was so much. It's not that it's an awkward quiet, it's just there's a lot of quiet times and I didn't realize that. So number two would be hair. Okay, so many stipulations of women in shedding their hair. False. I am here to say false. So men supposedly shed twice, if not triple the amount of women. Now, a lot of our hair, I will say, will end up either in the bathroom or in the shower. Like on the bathroom floor in the shower, that's where our hair ends up sometimes if we're brushing it. Now, what I have learned is in men, it's everywhere because they have leg hair, they're pulling their pants on and off, they're, you know, brushing their hair, I don't know, running their fingers through the hair, wiping their eyebrows. I don't know what they do, but their hair is everywhere. So, not to scare y'all, but that is something that I found, and I laugh about it because it's not a big deal, but it's something like I'll be doing something so random. Like the other day, I was outside in the garden, which I vlogged, and I look down and there's like a random dude hair on my leg. Like, you know what I mean? Where did that come from? I don't know. Anyways, that's something I totally did not expect, and y'all are probably dying laughing right now, but we'll move on. So number three is the amount of laundry. So it's actually the opposite of what maybe y'all are thinking. I used to think that laundry was gonna be like a 5 day process and it was gonna take hours to do, and you'll have like the whole couch will be covered in laundry. But I mean, we don't have children, so it's just the two of us. But with just the two of us, I'm on a schedule once a week, wash all of our clothes at the same time. Sometimes I have enough clothes to last me 2 weeks. He only wears work clothes, so he's only got in, so many socks or so many pants for work. So once a week at least, I do laundry, and it's only like 2 or 3 loads, if that. And that's without, every 2 weeks, if I do mine, then it turns into 3 loads, and then I also wash all of our bedding and towels, so that's 4 loads. But even with all of that, like it's so, I don't know, it's just not as much as I expected. And it could be that I'm on a strict regimen, a strict schedule, but yeah, that is something I totally didn't expect, but like on the opposite end. Um, okay, so number four is the dishes. Now, I'm gonna say I halfway expected this, but at the same time, wow. Because I guess because we both cook, or when I cook, I try to, if I have to like, if there's a recipe that calls for like mixing something and then cooking it, or something along that effect, I try to rinse that same bowl and reuse it if I have to like mix different ingredients for like the same recipe. Versus Nathan, when he gets in the kitchen, he doesn't care what he uses, and he'll grab something and realize it doesn't fit, throw that in the dish. Throw that in the sink, and then grab a whole nother dish, make sure that fits, and then he's got, 5 other dishes to lay out his ingredients and everything else. There's nothing wrong with that by any means, but it triples the dishwashing amount, which I am so blessed that we have a dishwasher in this house. We did not in Florida, and all that was having to be done by hand, which there's nothing wrong with that either, but wow, does it save you time and energy and effort. So I can't complain too much because we have a dishwasher, but it's not just him, it's me. When I, get in there, it's like the whole house all of a sudden is full of dishes. Like everything that we own is dirty all of a sudden, just from, cooking one thing, and I don't know, it's crazy. So I halfway expected that, but not as much. And so the last thing is, sorry, I was reading, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. So the last thing is the covers on the bed. There's actually like a part 1 and 2 to this. So part 1 would be the covers getting stolen. I know that's something that people joke about, but being that I'm only like 5'1" and Nathan's like 6'4", there's a big difference between, if I'm over here on the side, I'm all bunched up, I don't take up a lot of space and I don't take up a lot of covers. Him, on the other hand, he's gonna kill me for saying all this, but him, on the other hand, he grabs the covers, he wants to put them up above his head or put them all the way around his back, and then he wants them either not on his feet or he wants them on his feet, and he's constantly turning over, and every time he turns, because they're under his back, when he turns, he takes about 5 more foot that way with him, and then I'm completely uncovered throughout the night. I don't know, it's a crazy battle. It doesn't happen often, it's just mostly when he's like restless and moving around. But it does happen on the feet part because he's so tall and he wants the covers up here by his face. When he pulls the covers up, they don't even cover his feet anymore. I don't know. We just need king size covers because we have queen and that's not doing it. Anyways, so part 2 to that would be the sheets. So he had sheets from before he met me, and they were good sheets. They were just, no, what am I saying? They were not that great of a sheet. They probably were when he first bought them, but he had rubbed holes in them from, moving his feet back and forth at night. He's gonna kill me for this vlog, but, so I got rid of them and I bought I'm not gonna lie, cheaper sheets from Dollar General, nothing wrong with that. And they, believe it or not, have lasted so much longer. Actually, they were from Fred's, and his mom helped me pick them out, so shout out to her for this. And they are the only sheets that have lasted, but when we were in Florida, we left the sheets behind, and I just went ahead and bought some from Dollar General, and within, I think about a year, we had to get new ones because how stuff gets little balls on it, like your bathing suit, swimsuit, if you dry them, they'll get little balls on there. Well, I guess because the thread count was so low, it did that, but that's something I did not have a problem with growing up because I guess I'm so light, I'm not very heavy, and I don't sleep in just one, specific spot. I'm constantly turning when I was, growing up by myself. But that's just not something I even thought of because I had never had that problem. So it was something I didn't even really know happened. I know it sounds stupid, but yeah, that was something I really didn't expect, was your sheets to kind of fall apart, especially being there's 2 people on them. They're turned different ways and you're constantly moving, and you've got 2 weights counteracting, the sheets are gonna eventually probably give. But that's just not something I even gave any thought to before now. But yeah, so this was 5 random crazy things that I did not expect when living with someone. So whether that's a significant other or, like I said, a roommate, in college dorm or not. But I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I hope y'all laughed with me. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time.